let us look at the construction of this block as we have here that draw the block in isometric projection as shown. So we are just to replicate it the way it is shown to us here. So let's look at dimensions that we have here because we are going to make use of these dimensions. So we have that from here to here is 50 millimeters, and then we have that from here to here is 40. I'm talking about this total length from here to here 40, and also total length from here to here is also 40 millimeters. Then for us to produce this square that make it a hollow block, so we have that distance from here to here is 10. That is distance from this point to this line is 10 millimeters. Also this one is also 10 from here to here, and then from here to here is 10 millimeters, and from here to here is 10 millimeters. So we make use of these dimensions to produce this isometric block as we see it here. So let us start. So we are making use of a 30-degree set square as we did for this particular one that we see here. Okay, so let's start and see how this can be done. So what we are to do first is to draw a short horizontal line. So here we have a short horizontal line here. Okay, so here we have a short horizontal line at this point. So just put a short horizontal line here. So I usually like to indicate the lowest point. So even if it's not shown to me in that diagram as we see there, so I just put point A here. So now, so we take the set square, so 30-degree side of set square, setting it at this point. So we draw a line in this direction, and then we turn it this way. So we also set it at this point and then draw a line in this direction. Then I will set the set square vertical like this from point A up. I will draw a vertical line. So looking at what we have here, I'm going to take a measurement of 40 millimeters from this point A to this side. So this is 40 millimeters here. So here we have 40, and then on this line I will take 50 millimeters up as we see it in diagram there. This is 50 millimeters, and then to this side I will also take a measurement of 40 millimeters. Here is 40 millimeters. So the next thing that I'm going to do is that at this point I will draw a vertical line. At this point here I'm going to draw a vertical line up like this. Okay, then coming to this point I will also draw a vertical line up like this. Then setting the set square this way, I'm going to draw a line in this direction to touch this line. Okay, then I will turn it this way. I will also draw a line here to touch this line. Then I will come to this point here. Okay, so it may enter into this. Okay, probably. So I will draw a line in this direction, and then turning the set square this way to this point here. I will also draw a line to touch this. Okay, so we have this now. So we have it as a complete block. Now let's bring out the feature that we see there. That is a square hole that is drawn within this part. So don't forget that the dimensions that we have is that, so from this point here, so from this point, okay, so let me just take it this way. So from this point here we have 10 millimeters inward. From this point we have 10 millimeters inward. This is 10 millimeters. Okay, and also from this point we have 10 millimeters inward here. This is 10 millimeters. Then you come to this side. Okay, from this point here you take a measurement of 10 millimeters inward here, and then from this point take 10 millimeters inward. So we have this now. So what we have to do with this is to bring out that square on this surface. So from this point, so draw a line. So just draw a line this way from here to here, and then come to this point. Okay, just slide the set square to this point, and then so draw a line from here to here. Okay, we have this. Then so turn this way, bring it to this point. So draw a line from here to here. Okay, so we have this, and then you come to this point here with the set square. So draw a line from this point this way to touch this, and then where these two lines meet, you can see that we see a vertical line from this point going inward. That is the vertical line that makes it a hole. So if you don't put the vertical line at this point, it won't be a hollow block. This is what I'm talking about. This is the vertical line that I'm talking about. It is this vertical line that makes it a hollow block, and then you have to put it there. So to do that, all that we have to do is to come to this point here. So with the set square, come to this point and then draw the vertical line this way. So it has become a hollow isometric block. So what we have to do now, so make this line a thick line from here down. Okay, so make the thick line from here down, and then this line, make it a thick line from here down. Okay, so this vertical line that we have in here, also make it a thick line from here down like this, and then come to this point, making this a thick line from here to here. So we have this, and then so let's go this way. So make this line a thick line from here to here. So also, so make this a thick line from here to here. Okay, this short line, so make it a thick line from here to here, and then make this a thick line from here to here, and then this line, so from this point to this point, make it a thick line, and then you turn this way, so coming here like this, so make this line a thick line from this point to this point, and then so up here, so making this line a thick line from here to here, and then we also make this line a thick line from here to here, looking like this. So coming here, you make this line a thick line from here to here, and then here also you make this line a thick line from here to here. So we have this. Okay, so let's bring out this line very well as we have it here. Okay, so looking at what we have here, so here we have the isometric block as shown to us, as simple as I've done it here. Thank you and God bless you.